Hi, everybody. It's Deborah from PeopleLovingAnimals.com. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching my video today. Today's video is called How to Stop Your Puppy from Jumping Up. Correct this behavior while they're young. We are on my website here, PeopleLovingAnimals.com, where I have hundreds of articles and blog posts and videos all about the care, health, and training of dogs and cats. So I really appreciate your supporting the video because I'll tell you in the end, I do give a portion of my profits from what I'm doing to animal charities, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in the end. Now, we're going to use this article on my website as our guide for the video today. I'm not going to read you the article, but I am going to link the article in the description box below this video. So we're just going to kind of use it as a guide today so that I'm covering all the points, but then feel free to click on that link, visit the website, visit this article, and you'll be able to read it in its entirety if you like to. Also, I want to let you know at the end of the video, I'm going to have a little free gift for you. Okay? So again, thanks so much for watching and welcome. How to stop your puppy from jumping up. Correct this while you're young. Well, you're young too, right? While they're young. Learning how to stop your puppy from jumping up is something that you need to do early on. Puppies jump up for two reasons and two reasons only. One is to get attention, and the other is back in wolf territory, back in their history, their primal urge is to jump up to their mother's mouth in search of food. Because mom's bringing back food, they jump up to get the food out of mom's mouth. Now, obviously, that isn't something that your puppy is experiencing. I'm assuming you're not feeding your puppy out of your mouth, but it is kind of a primal urge. But more important in this day and age, with your puppy that you have now, the number one reason he's jumping up is to get attention. He's not doing it because he loves you. He's not doing it because he's happy to see you. None of that. It's attention seeking behavior that he wants your attention. So what you need to do is teach your puppy that jumping up does not get him attention. All right. Now I'm going to go through just a few tips of how to do this. Now, the other thing, too, that you need to realize is when you've got a small puppy like this cute little sweetheart right here, and they're jumping up, it's not so bad. But when they're full size, especially if you have a large dog, not only is that really annoying and it becomes a big deal, but then you have all kinds of other problems. You know, what if he's knocking over little kids, jumping up on little kids, jumping up on your elderly mother, or, he's jumping up possibly with muddy feet all over you and your guests. I mean, obviously, when the dog gets bigger, it becomes a bigger issue. So you do need to correct it while they're young. Now it is fairly easy to correct. Just stick with me here. I'm going to tell you how. Training your puppy not to jump up on people. Now the best thing to do when your puppy is jumping up is to ignore him. Ignore him. Don't make any eye contact. Don't love him up. Don't give him any attention. Do not even speak. I know that it seems cruel, but you have to understand the puppy is not going to say, oh, she doesn't love me. No, the puppy's trying to get attention, trying to get attention, trying to get attention. And you need to teach him this is not the way to do it. So while he's jumping up, ignore him. Don't look at him. Turn and walk away from him. Completely ignore him. Do not give him any satisfaction whatsoever as far as your attention. And he will quickly realize in his little doggy brain, this isn't working. This isn't working. The only time, now it's not that you never give your puppy attention, obviously, especially if you've just come home or in the morning, they're so cute, they want to jump up, they're like, oh, you just want to love on them and everything, especially when you get home. It's not that you're never going to give your puppy attention, but you only give him attention when he's calmed down. You only give him attention when he's behaving properly. Like say if you get home and your puppy is jumping up, jumping up, jumping up, ignore him, ignore him, ignore him. He will give up. He will stop that behavior. Wait a couple minutes. Then when he stops that behavior, then you hug and smooch and hug and smooch him. You see, you got to break that pattern for the puppy. He thinks, jumping up means I get attention. No, you got to make it so that never works for him. So it never works for him. Give him attention when he's sitting on the floor, when he's laying down, when his 4 feet are on the floor and he's not jumping up on you. That's when you give him the attention. You see? Same with your puppy jumping up on visitors. Now, this is a little hard, especially if you really, you have a really cute puppy and people are coming over, no matter what you say. Like, you know how it is when you have a dog and people come over and you're like, oh, please don't feed them table scraps, and people feed them table scraps, whatever. Try not to be the end all be all with that. Don't be rude to your guests, obviously. And what's most important is the interaction between you and your dog. It's not as important how your dog reacts with other people. It's more important during the training process that he's interacting correctly with you. However, you can ask your guests, especially if they're people that come over often, whether friends and family members. Just say, I'm in the middle of training my puppy. I'm training him not to jump up, and I was taught that the best way to do that is to ignore him while he's jumping up. So when you come over, if the puppy jumps, please ignore him until his 4 feet are on the ground, until he has stopped the jumping behavior, and then you can give him all the love and attention that you want. But it will help, because you don't want them jumping up on people when they come into your house. You don't want your puppy jumping up on people when you're out for a walk, if you're at the park. Like I say, especially when they get bigger, jumping up on people really becomes a problem when the dog gets bigger. If your puppy is jumping up when you're getting ready for a walk, there is a couple of videos on this YouTube channel, and there's also a lot of information on my website about leash training. And one of the things that they teach you in leash training is, don't let your dog act like a buffoon every time you pick up the leash to go for a walk. And that goes along with this too. If your puppy starts jumping when he knows he's going to go for a walk, you got to break that habit. And the best thing to do is to get the leash out. And if he starts acting like a fool, starts jumping and everything, just put the leash down. Don't put it away. Just put it down on the living room floor and walk away from it. You see what I mean? You're not giving him what he wants. He's like, yay, we're going for a walk. You go for a walk. No, this behavior is not going to get you taken for a walk. Do you see? So you got to start associating that leash with, I got the leash out doesn't necessarily mean we're going for a walk this minute. Do you know what I mean? So that's the best way to do it. If your dog is acting like a fool every time you get the leash out, if it's just plain excitement and you're enjoying it with your dog, it's perfectly okay for your dog to be happy, and it's perfectly okay for him to get excited and everything. I mean, obviously we want our dogs to be happy, but if he's actually like jumping up and acting like a fool every time you get the leash out, then try doing that a few times. Just get the leash out, put it down on the living room floor, walk away from it for 5 minutes. When he's calm, again, when his 4 feet are on the floor and he's stopped the jumping behavior, then you put the leash on him, then you go for a walk. Again, you're breaking that pattern in his little puppy brain of getting attention, and how he's using jumping to get attention, to go for a walk, to get food. You got to break that connection with him in every area of his little doggy life. And that means mommy coming home. That means going for a walk. When you get up in the morning, all the little aspects of his little puppy life, you have to teach him early on that jumping up isn't part of the mix. It's not going to get him anything. Okay, so important points to stop your puppy from jumping up. Again, if they're jumping up on you, do not speak. Stay calm. Don't say a word when your puppy jumps up. Remember, they're seeking attention. Jumping up is not his way of saying, I love you. Jumping up is attention-seeking behavior, nothing more. Space is very important to dogs, coming in your space. If you've ever approached a growling dog, you know what I'm talking about. It is a primal urge, their space. So if you're allowing your dog to invade your space by jumping up on you, getting into your space, and if you're allowing that very early on, you might as well forget any future pack leader training. You might as well forget that dog ever respecting you or obeying you. Do you understand? From a dog's primal perspective, you have to be the alpha. You have to be the pack leader. You have to forbid, not allow him to come into your space unless he's invited. Okay, so that's even a more of a primal sort of thing, that you want your dog to respect you. And by the way, there is a lot of information on my website and also on this YouTube channel about pack leader training. If you go to my website, peoplelovinganimals.com, or just go to the link to this article that I'm giving you, type in pack leader in the little search box, And you're going to find a lot of training about being the pack leader, and it really is the best way to train your dog. And I'm not talking about violent crap. You know, some people think they got to dominate their dog, and that's what they think pack leader training. No, that's stupid. Type it in, you know, pack leader training, and look at some of the videos and the articles that I have, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Um, let's see, it's okay to give attention only when your puppy is calm and not jumping up. Teaching the puppy the sit command may also help. Getting him to sit instead of jumping up is an option. Um, Two common mistakes that people make when they're trying to get their puppy to stop jumping up. The biggest one is inconsistency. Inconsistency. Don't slip up and give him attention while he's jumping up. And I always try to mention this whenever I'm talking about the dog training, because, you know, it's like, you know, dogs don't have a human brain. They can reason, they can think, and if you've ever had any, you know, dogs for any length of time, sometimes they're genius. You know, sometimes dogs are really smart, but they don't have like a logical thinking brain like we do. They don't think in terms of, oh, I did this, and therefore this and this happened, and if I don't do this and this, then this won't happen. You know, like they don't really think that way. They live in the now, they live in the moment, and so you really just need repetitive behavior, repeat, repeat, repeat. So if your puppy's jumping up and you ignore him, he's jumping up and you ignore him, he's jumping up and you ignore him, you're creating that pattern. You're teaching the dog and his little brain through repetition. Jumping doesn't work. Jumping doesn't work. Jumping doesn't get me what I want. And all it takes is one or two slip ups for you to go ahead and give him the attention that he wants when he's jumping up, and you can erase 10 times when you didn't. You understand? So just try to be consistent. Consistency is key when you're talking about training a puppy. Also, the other common mistake is making eye contact. Making eye contact invites your puppy to continue what he's doing. All right. So, you know, don't give him the invite. Don't give him the green light, you know, to continue what he's doing. Now, I also want to refer you to Doggy Dan. If you've ever been to my website before, or if you've listened to any of my dog training videos, you know that I always promote Doggy Dan. I think he's the best dog trainer online. I think he's the least expensive, the most affordable way to get real professional help with dog training. He owns a website called The Online Dog Trainer. I'm going to give you the link in the description box. And on his website, he's got more than 300 videos where he is teaching a dog. It's on every single dog behavioral issue you can think of, anything from barking, biting, aggression, chewing up the couch while you're gone, getting into the garbage, like absolutely everything. And he also has a whole series on puppy training called Project Moses, where he goes and he adopts this little beagle puppy named Moses at 8 weeks old. And then he videotapes him training the dog every week for the full first year of the dog's life. So I don't know about you, but I don't think there is any better dog training lessons than that, than to watch a professional dog trainer. He's a professional dog trainer and a behavioral specialist, than to watch him train his puppy. Now, like I said, I'm going to give you the link in the description box. The membership for Doggy Dan's website is $37 a month. You do save money if you get a 6-month subscription. And if you have a brand new puppy, you might want to go ahead and do that, because I want to say it's like $137 or something for 6 months. You're going to want to do the steps with your puppy. You know, investing that amount of money in 6 months with your puppy is going to give you a well-behaved dog for the rest of your life. Not only the dog that you currently have, but once you learn all of this, you'll be able to train any puppy you ever have for the rest of your life. So to me, it's just an incredible value. But even if you don't want to do that, he does have a $1 trial where for 3 whole days for $1, you can have full access to the website. So if you don't want to pay for this dog training, or if you can't afford to, or if you're not sure that you want to, click on the link I'm going to give you either in this article or in the description box. Sign up for the $1 and then spend the 3 days and watch as many videos as you want about dog training, any issue you can think of, and then decide if you want to get a subscription. You can get 1 month if you want, $37. Give yourself a month to watch as many videos as you can in that month. Or like I said, you can do a 6-month subscription. I believe you can also do a year's subscription, which is even cheaper cheaper by the month. So I do highly recommend Doggy Dan. I love watching him. He's actually going into people's home and actually working with their dogs, and it's so great. And the Project Moses. It's the cutest training. It really is. To watch this little beagle dog being trained by his owner, it's precious. It really is. Um, so on that note, I donate to animal charities. I am an affiliate marketer. I do get paid. I do get a commission for not all of the things that I talk about on this website and this YouTube channel, but some of them I do. Now, what I do is I research products and services that help people with their dogs and cats. I choose what's the best one for quality, price, all that sort of thing. And then those are the things I recommend on my website. So, for example, Doggy Dan, when I research what's the best dog training, I settled on Doggy Dan. He's the one that I think is the best bang for your buck. I think it's the best training. It's kind training. It had all the bells and whistles, all the things that I thought were important. And so I applied with him to be an affiliate for him. And I do get a small commission anytime people get a monthly membership with Doggy Dan. Now, what I do is I donate 10% of that commission to animal charities. And if you go to the homepage of my website, peoplelovinganimals.com, or if you click the link here in the article, when you get there, you'll be able to see a list of the animal charities that I donate to. Also, you're going to get a link here for more articles about puppy training. I do also have an entire category of pet training here on my website. If you follow my cursor up to the left here, you'll see I have dog training, cat training, and puppy training. So there's where you can find a lot more information. And you can also obviously go to Doggy Dan's website, check it out, watch a bunch of videos, and get help with anything that you need. So congratulations on getting a puppy. They are they're God's gift. They really are. Animals, all animals are. This little guy is particularly cute. This is not my puppy. This is a picture that I found online. This is one of my puppies up here in the corner. That's my little wiener dog, Taz. I had her for several years. Sadly, she passed away in 2016, but she had a long life, and we had a ton of fun together, and she brought me immeasurable amounts of joy and happiness, which is why I do this website, peoplelovinganimals.com. So let's wrap it up. In the description box, I'm going to give you the link to this article. That's going to take you to my website. In this article, I'm going to give you the link to Doggy Dan to go ahead and do the $1 trial if you want to, or to get the membership. And I promised you a free gift. So in the description box, you'll see a sentence that says, click here for your free gift. If you click there, it'll ask for your email, and if you subscribe with your email, you'll get a free dog training manual, and it's written by Doggy Dan. So it's just like a printable copy that you can read and that you can keep. For the life of your dog, you'll always have this dog training manual. It's really good. It's quite thorough. I like it a lot. So it is my free gift to you as a thank you for visiting and watching my video. Now, when you give me your email, you are subscribing to my dog lovers email list. I have a dog lovers email list for my website, and I also have a cat lovers email list. And when you're subscribed to that, every 5 or 7 days, you'll get a new email, and it'll either have an article or a blog post or a new video I've done all about dogs. And you can unsubscribe from that list at any time, but I think you're going to find it quite valuable. I cover an enormous amount of topics. I have been doing this since 2015. And so it's a lot. I have a lot of content, a lot of great articles, a lot of great videos on all different kinds of subjects, not just puppy training. So I would love it if you would go ahead and grab that free gift and subscribe to my email list. I also would appreciate it so much if you got anything out of this video, please give it a like. That really helps YouTubers. It helps us to get more views on YouTube when you do that. And also, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed. I do a new video at least once a week, and it's everything about dogs and cats and puppies and kittens, and everything ranging, like I said, from health to care to training, a whole variety of topics. So I would love it if you would subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I'm also going to ask you to please share it. Please share this YouTube channel, this article, my website, with your friends and family who have dogs or cats. Obviously, the more the website is seen and people are visiting it and so forth, the more money I earn, which helps me to be able to do this for a living. Obviously, I need it to pay my bills. And also, every single purchase that is made helps animals because I do give 10% of the income that I make from the People Loving Animals website and YouTube channel to animal charities. So if people are going to go online and they're going to buy stuff for their dog or their cat, a portion of it might as well be donated to charity. So please go ahead and share it, throw a link on your Facebook page or on your Twitter or on your Pinterest account. I really would appreciate it so much. And so would the animals that we're helping. Also, please comment below. I would love to have your feedback on this video, and also please let me know if there's any topic that you wish I would cover. If you are having a particular issue with your dog or your cat and you need help, always feel free to comment and ask me, because first of all, chances are I might have already done an article or a video about it that will help you, that I could give to you. And if I haven't, then I could research it and do an article and do a video for you. So, all right, I'm going to let you go. So again, thank you so much for visiting. Again, my name is Deborah, and my website is peoplelovinganimals.com. Thanks again. Bye-bye.